There's a well-worn, almost laughable pattern that's become all too familiar in the K-pop fandom. Whenever a new scandal or controversy breaks, some fans feel the need to drag BTS into it. This is what I call the whataboutism trap, and it's honestly one of the most frustrating parts of being a BTS fan today. As much as BTS has evolved, grown, and apologized for their own mistakes, the minute another group faces backlash, some fans rush to cry, "What about BTS?" The issue, the comparison rarely holds weight, and all it does is deflect from the actual conversation at hand. I'm not saying BTS is perfect, far from it. But the continuous use of their name to avoid accountability for others is a problem that needs to be addressed. It doesn't just silence important discussions, it also perpetuates the very same issues people claim to be standing up against. Instead of focusing on making things right for a group in the moment, whataboutism stops real accountability in its tracks and makes BTS the ultimate scapegoat. And that's something we need to talk about. It's almost automatic at this point. A controversy hits, and before you know it, someone's bringing up BTS, as if they're the standard for every wrong move in K-pop. I've seen it happen time and time again. A group makes a questionable decision, and suddenly, the conversation shifts to BTS's past mistake. This is whataboutism at its finest, and it's a problem that isn't going away anytime soon. What's so dangerous about this is that it shifts the focus away from the current situation. Take, for example, a recent scandal where an idol or a group finds themselves in a public controversy. Rather than hold them accountable, some fans will immediately try to diminish the issue by pointing to BTS and saying, "Well, they've done worse." But what happens when you start comparing apples to oranges? You stop looking at the actual problem. You make it about the past instead of dealing with the present. Even worse, this type of deflection undermines the idea of growth and accountability. BTS, in their early days, definitely faced their fair share of controversies. But they addressed them, learned from them, and have grown as individuals and as a group. So, when people constantly pull up BTS's history to excuse another group's missteps, they're erasing the very process of growth. It becomes about playing defense instead of encouraging real change, and that's a huge missed opportunity for the entire K-pop industry. BTS has long since been held to an impossible standard, both within the industry and by fans. They are expected to be beyond reproach, yet when others mess up, it's somehow okay to invoke their name as a way of downplaying someone else's actions. What's ironic is that BTS has had to face more scrutiny and criticism than most of their peers. They've been through the ringer, had every single moment analyzed under a microscope, and yet when it comes to others, suddenly, it's "what about BTS?" The truth is, this puts an unfair burden on armies. We're often the ones having to clean up this mess. No, not because we're ashamed of BTS, or because we don't think they've made mistakes, but because it's tiring to always be forced into a defensive position. Every time something goes wrong, we have to reiterate that BTS has apologized and moved on. Meanwhile, other fandoms rarely take the time to let the idols they claim to defend face any sort of meaningful consequence. And what does this say about the industry at large? If we can't even have a straightforward discussion about a group's actions without pulling BTS into the mix, it keeps K-pop stuck in this cycle where no one ever truly takes responsibility. This culture of, "well, BTS did it," means that no one gets the chance to learn from their mistakes in a meaningful way. And that's a huge issue for all of us. So, what can be done? How do we stop this never-ending cycle of using BTS as the punching bag every time another group gets caught up in a scandal? For one, fans need to stop using BTS as the catch-all defense. If your favorite group does something wrong, let's start by holding them accountable, not by pointing to another group. Instead of sidestepping the issue, let's have a conversation about the behavior at hand and what can be learned from it. BTS has already set an example by being transparent about their past mistakes. They've acknowledged their faults, grown, and moved forward. So why not ask the same of others? Instead of hiding behind whataboutism, why not push for the same level of growth and maturity from every group? Accountability is not about excusing bad behavior. It's about encouraging improvement and honesty. Finally, as fans, we can also do better. When it's our favorite idols on the chopping block, we need to stop immediately drawing comparisons to BTS. Let's foster an environment where we expect idols to face their mistakes head-on and learn from them. If BTS can do it, so can anyone else. So, let's stop the cycle, stop deflecting, and focus on creating a fandom culture where accountability, growth, and fairness come first. At the end of the day, BTS didn't ask to be the referee in everyone else's drama. They didn't ask to be the moral compass or the excuse. They're just a group of artists who've made mistakes, grown, and given more to this industry than most are willing to acknowledge. So next time someone says, "But BTS," maybe stop and ask yourself why you're bringing them up in the first place. If it's not about learning, it's just deflection. And I think we're all smarter than that. Or at least, we should be. Let BTS be. Let other groups face their own reckoning. And let's stop treating growth like it's something only certain artists deserve.